from me, bro.
Hey family, it's Crazy here. I hope you all have been well. I am good too. To those of you that continue supporting me on this channel through your subscriptions, your comments, your likes, your shares, that means a lot to me. And I want to say thank you so very much. Shout out to Mr. Derek, who is a member on this channel. Sir, your support means a lot to me. And to those of you that want to support me exclusively, I have very affordable packs for you to choose from. So thank you once again. And if the ads come, please do me a favor, watch a little bit so at least I get to make a few pennies off these videos that I bring for you out here. Don't you enjoy them? I am sure you'll enjoy them. Now let's dive into today's video. Today's video is one of those that continue to expose how selfish, how self-centered, regardless of status, how the palm-colored people are, and how they choose to also pick sides when it comes to racism. Can we call them hypocrites? I do not know what you guys think. We are going to watch these few clips together. We will come back and talk about them.
Graduation ceremony for Baraboo High School in Wisconsin. Everything seemed to be going smoothly, and then this happened.
Oh, excuse me. Where's Brendan?
Man, you better get up
Where's
off me,
Brendan?
man.
Where's Brendan?
Get away from me, bro.
No, Dad.
Hey, no, hey, you need to get, hey,
Walk away. Walk away.
you gotta go. I will get off. Right now, you are there, I don't care. Get off the stage right now.
So in case it wasn't clear what happened there, the young lady whose face I blurred because none of this was her fault, that's her father, crossing the stage, grabbing the only black faculty member, who is the superintendent, pushing him away. Then you hear the superintendent saying, "Get your hands off me," and him saying, "I don't want you touching my daughter." Now, why would he do that? It depends on who you ask. Some people who claim to have been there are stating they heard him say, "I don't want my daughter touching no N-word." Other people are saying, no, he had a problem with how the school district had handled something, and so that's why he was upset. Looking at the behavior and taking those two options, I don't want her touching a black man, grab and push him away. I don't like how you handled something, so I'm going to create a scene at graduation, and I don't want you shaking my daughter's hand. Which seems more plausible? Might be worth mentioning that this is the same high school where this happened. You probably will remember this photo, even though I'm not going to show it, but it is 60 high school boys doing a salute where your hand is out in front of you. And according to the story, a parent was taking the picture, said everybody wave, and then they all did that in unison. At least one parent there started screaming at her son, "Put your hand down." But it's not like they're a hive mind and they all just suddenly went like, "What if we did this?" That sounds planned out. And how the town handled this, I think, is very telling. I mean, this woman, Carrie Olson, is one of the organizers of the series of meetings in Baraboo to consider what to make of the photograph and how to react. And she said, "I can't imagine being 17 years old and having the world looking upon you as the personification of evil." So they're the victims, those boys who made that decision. And then a lot of students have been saying, it's just a joke, they didn't mean it. This is being taken out of proportion, and everyone just needs to calm down and just let it go, which is really upsetting to me because people think that is okay just because they didn't mean it. There are students who realize that it wasn't okay, but on the whole, a lot of people are just trying to dismiss it. That's a young Jewish girl who goes to that school and felt some kind of way about what happened. Oh, and this is the same school district where this happened, where they settled a suit over a pattern of sexual assault and racial discrimination to the tune of $862,000 with a student who went there. A lot of people are telling me that superintendent has been a big part of the change, has come in and really turned things around and done a lot of work there to repair a lot of this damage. And maybe some people in that town aren't so thrilled about that. But hey, racism will go away if we just stop talking about it, right?
You know what? I have come to a conclusion. The people that disrespect black people are the lowest, mediocre, no status in life, nothing special about them. Don't make the same money as the black people make. And honestly, deep down, all of this is deeply rooted in hate, anger, jealous, because they can't stand it that you can share the same spaces that they once stood and shared all by themselves. You all know that there's nothing special about this man. Probably nobody knows him. Nobody knew him before this entire thing. But the school superintendent is a leader in the school. He is contributed from what this man is putting out here. He's saying, in fact, he's making the school better because the school has records of racial injustices. That is trying to show you that these people, the racism and all the discrimination that they have, it's not because they are better. No, they're not better. The racism, the discrimination, the hate is all rooted in insecurities of what must have belonged to them. But a black man worked so hard for and got it and is capable of standing in the same position. That's where the hate is coming from. That's where the jealousy is coming from. How dare you stand in this position to even think you are equal with us? Mind you, this is a school superintendent. He must have worked twice as hard as it is required of a white person to stand in this position. You see how they normally come out to say that we are all equal in America, all of us have equal opportunities, we can all share the same spaces. Until you start taking such spaces, until you start standing on the podiums that they stand on, that's when you're going to see how hateful, how jealous they are for you. I cannot imagine if this was my father and this is my day. Oh my goodness. Put yourself in this daughter's shoes. A man that literally does not have any bit of self-control. Instead of him minding about his daughter's happiness, all he cares for is a black man that is going to shake her hands. Aren't these the same people that you all used to nurture their children? Aren't these the same people that used to grey our women? Aren't these the same people that used to literally feed from what you cooked? But they can't stand it that someone is going to shake her hands?
I just watched this clip where this guy was talking about how slave owners didn't want us living in the same neighborhoods as them, but they were proud to have us in their house when they owned us. And now I'm thinking about how they didn't want to drink out of the same water fountains as us, but were proud to let us breastfeed their babies. It's just because I can't use the same bathroom as you, but I'm making you food. You're eating stuff that my hands touched. The way they pick and choose when to be racist, like when it benefits them, is so... It's not funny, but it is.
When it benefits them, they will try to be nice to you. But when as soon as their superiority is, challenged, they are going to come out with so much hate, and you wonder, what did we ever do to them? Except for the fact that they have done so much and we are supposed to reciprocate what they have done to us, but we don't even do that. We accepted to go back and start from scratch and get to these positions for us to be treated like this. I am so happy to know, because I've been following this story, the superintendent filed for a restraining order to check this racist man. These people sow seeds, they plant seeds that are so hard to uproot, that even if we had a chance to forgive these people, even modern day, they are still doing this thing. And they're the same thing. They literally have nerves. I made a video of them coming out there saying, all of white people need to stand up together. They need to unite because we are being demonized, and yet we have contributed so much to the development of this country. When you're still doing this is not rage baiting. This is reality. This is how a lot of them feel, unfortunately. And the crazy part is, it be the old ones. I thought when you are about to leave this world, you must correct your ways and be friendly and correct all the wrongs that you ever made. Apologize for the sins of your ancestors so that when you leave, your children are going to be in peace. Because unfortunately, whether you believe it or not, your children or your people will have to live with us. Now, when I tell you that this is deep, that the hate that they have for a black person is just ridiculous. That's the reason as to why they're making all these vaccines to give you. That's why they're putting your women on contraceptives so they eliminate their lives. That's why when your women go to hospitals that are dominated by people like him, you know what is going to happen? Your woman is going to be ignored and they will pass. That's why when you go to hospitals, you do not get attention because of people like him. So if you think this is not a reality of 2024, wake up. This is the world that we are living in right now. And these people need to be checked. If he didn't do it publicly, we wouldn't understand. We wouldn't know of it. But their hands have splashed blood. But none of us even refrains from shaking their hands. They choose to pick the sides when it benefits them. They would like to come to your cookouts as black people. And they're like, y'all are the best. But that's when it benefits them. When it comes to you taking their positions, they're not going to take that. Guys, we need to wake up and know that it doesn't matter the position that you have. We are going to have crookeds like him that will continue to behave in a manner like that. Unfortunately, for people like this, they don't want the systems to be corrected. They don't want nothing corrected. They're still enjoying. Okay, so for people that be like, oh, we also need to be remembered and all of that, we don't need to be demonized and all of your systems that you left in place. This is what your systems are doing to our people, and you are expecting us to be quiet. And when we speak up, you say we are aggressive. I honestly feel so bad for the daughter. I feel so bad for all the people that were in that room. I feel so bad for all the good people in his community that were embarrassed. Because unfortunately, it takes one person to express how he feels for everyone else to be labeled that way. This is a real world. Because one black person does one thing and yes, the whole community is labeled that. This is why some of us are very, very careful with being close to you. Because we know you have that deep hate for us. I don't know whatever triggers you, but if the success of a black man that stands in a position that is probably better than you triggers you, then you need to sort yourself out. Anyways, guys, what do you think of this? If you are in the position, what would you do? Should we leave these people to go unchecked? As for me, I will continue bringing these videos. I want you to let me know what you think in the comment section. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'll see you in another video. This is Gracie. I love you all. Bye.